Yeah, it's recording now.
All right.
John Machad consulting with Les Brown Jr. on his current project.
So how's the project going, guys?
Not bad.
Yeah. John, how are you today, sir?
Speechless. I never expected Les Brown Jr. to be in Messina, New York.
Absolutely.
It's a small, small world. That's all I'm going to say.
Well,
The
wonders
connections.
never cease. Isn't this great?
Yes.
It's good to see you again.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
John, offer Les a warm welcome to Messina.
How should I?
Just
Throw out your hand and welcome to Messina.
high five.
High five. There. We should have
All
thought
right,
of that.
yeah, that's good.
Absolutely.
So Les Brown Jr. He's famous, folks. Was in Messina, New York.
I was here and enjoyed every minute of it, and I've had so much Italian food. Oh man, it's been great.
You can thank Charlie Boots if you.
Oh yeah,
Charlie,
thank you for getting us together again. I appreciate it, and I enjoyed it last night at the Italian Club. The peppers were great, so was the pasta.
So
Great.
We'll make some segments. Let's
Yeah,
make another
that's perfect.
segment for John.
Yeah,
Let it run or
push it
pause it a second.
I can just edit it.
Yeah, you can.
I'll just,
First of all, an old lady came up to me and asked if I was Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Because I was selling my book. I didn't how.
what'd you tell her?
No.
Told her yes. No.
People have said I look like Ron Howard. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you know, it's been like 20 years?
Yes.
Almost, since we've seen each other last. When you came to L.A. with the band, and my dad was recording Sentimental Journey with Barry Manilow. Amazing. Now, you had some questions for me?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Okay.
There's things I didn't know about you when I first met you.
Yeah.
And people know Gilligan's Island. He gave a story. You don't mind repeating it
I
again?
don't mind repeating it at all.
So I remember one time I sent you on eBay a script from the show.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know if you
right.
got it.
I got it,
I'm
yes.
like, he's probably, oh my God, I don't want to see this.
No, it's all right. It's funny because, you know, I was a contract actor with CBS. And at that time, Gilligan's Island, all the actors said, oh, God, I hope I'm never called to get on Gilligan's Island. It's so corny. And I knew Bob Denver from Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. I was on that, and he was on that show, too. You know, he played Maynard Krebs, a hippie, all right? So I liked Bob a lot, and we were always on the lot together out at CBS. And then finally, I got the call, and I had to go play bingo or bongo, whatever it was. No, somebody get that, please. If it's for me, I'm not here. Anyway, so I go out there and do that. Now, I did over 200 television shows and some series and all that during that time. This is in the 60s, of course. And of all the shows I ever did, Gilligan's Island is the one that everybody remembers, and it's the one that they still show today. I mean, my grandkids see it, and they go, my, that's Grandpa? You know, it's amazing. Sherwood Schwartz, who was the producer, we were at an awards show. This must have been 15 years ago. And of course, he did that, and he did the Brady Bunch.
Yes.
Okay. And he was a great guy, wonderful man, you know. But anyway, we're standing backstage at this award show, and he came over to me, and he was about to get this lifetime achievement. And he said, Les, would you ever believe that I would be getting a lifetime for these two shows? And I said, Sherwood, you know. You know, but it was great. Do you have any other questions? That was a long answer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mind its history, too, documented. I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone's ever actually asked you that question on camera.
I don't remember if they have either. Yeah.
The other show, you were a star, the
Baileys of Balboa.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun. That was Paul Ford, who had been the colonel on Bilko. Sterling Holloway, who is a fabulous man. I mean, just an amazing story. Sterling, of course, was a Broadway star before he started to get into films, and he was the voice of Jiminy Cricket, wasn't it? No.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
His
That's
exact
right.
voice, too.
Exact voice, and that's the way he talked. And he also introduced the song Manhattan, Garrick Gaieties, which was 1923, I believe. And that was, you probably know more about that than I do. But the other thing was, we went out and visited.
I'm going to be leaving. I'll probably see you
I'll see you tomorrow, I think. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Montreal,
Okay,
so
good.
at my son.
We'll see you there.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Jeanette. See you next week. Have a safe travel.
Okay.
So we were shooting down in Balboa. We shot, you know, all the locations down there. And Sterling had a home in Laguna Beach. I'll never forget it. It was an incredible place. It was up on a palisade that overlooked the ocean all the way. but he was an art collector, an avid art collector. And his walls were, what do they call those walls that go into the walls like that? They have a name for that. I'm not into construction, so I don't know.
I don't know either.
But Sterling would get up in the morning, and depending on how he felt, he'd pull out the wall that had the art that reflected how he felt that day. And I said, Sterling, that is the coolest thing I have ever seen, man. That is great. Anyway, yeah, it was
And
great
people
fun.
don't remember you for that show. Even if
For
you-
the Baileys?
Yeah.
No, the Baileys got caught up in an antitrust suit with Jim Aubrey at CBS. We were doing okay with the show. Judy Carn played my girlfriend, you know, the it girl from Laugh-In. And the problem was that he had the production company, but it was antitrust because he was the head of the network. And it was the first time that they ever put shows on the air without a pilot, and the advertising agencies went nuts. You know. So anyway, that was it. He had 4 shows: The Reporter, Carol Williams Show, and the Baileys of Balboa. And I remember we were shooting, I think, our 23rd show, and Sweeney, the producer Bob Sweeney, said, "Hey, we got a closed circuit thing going on today up at the office if you want to come up." So I went up to the office about 4 o'clock, closed circuit broadcast from New York, saying Jim Aubrey is fired and all Richelieu production shows are hereby canceled. And we went, I'm out of a job. Next. Anyway, well, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Hey,
We talked
Les.
for
Yeah.
hours.
Hey, Les, you did a special, the PBS, with
Yeah.
with Neil McCoy,
Neil McCoy.
the real McCoy,
Yeah.
and featured Charlie Pride too.
Yeah, and Janie Fricke.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. I don't know if you want to tell your group of people.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I don't have everything. I don't have cable. So
Well, how did it
Oh,
come
yeah,
about?
yeah.
It's a short. I mean, I don't want to ask you.
How'd it come about?
Yeah.
I should ask you what you're doing now. Or in the,
Oh, well, yeah, right now we're working on some recordings that were live recordings of Dad's band back in the mid to late 50s that are just remarkable live recordings by a gentleman named Wally Hyder. And Wally had a record company called Hindsight, and I'd done some work for Wally before. And then a local guy here, Tom Gramuglia, bought Hindsight Records. And Tom called me, it must be a month, 6 weeks ago. And he says in his wonderful Italian, "Hey, I've been trying to find you. I didn't know where you were. I got a royalty check for you." And I almost had a heart attack. A record company paying me a royalty? That's new. So anyway, we got together, and I had all these masters, and I said, "Yeah, you want to make a deal? Let's do these, because it's my labor of love. You know,
Yes.
just like you. I started when I was like 9 years old, and on weekends I'd go to hear the band when they play, and I'd stand in front of it, and these recordings sound exactly like that was. So you know, it's really heartfelt for me to do these things. Yeah.
nice to go back though and listen to
yeah,
it.
it is. You know, and I knew all the guys. I mean, all the memories start going crazy for me. You know, it's terrific.
So you're heading out town probably in a few hours or a
No,
day?
Sunday.
Sunday.
I leave Sunday morning. Yeah. So it's been great here. I mean, everybody's been wonderful. You know, the Italian club was a lot of fun last night.
How many people recognized you? Anybody or?
Nobody recognized
Okay.
me. I'm gone. I'm over that. You know, they recognize the name,
Yes.
and then they don't believe it. They go, Tom would say, "I want to introduce you. This is Les Brown." And they'd look at me, and the band of Renown. I go, "Well, I'm Les Brown Jr., his son." "No, you're not. Really?" "No, come on." And I go, "Yeah." I'd have to pull out my license. It's really me.
Here in Messina, New York.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of well-known people who've gone through Messina.
Oh, I know. Yeah. You know, the other thing, I've been producing TV shows, like the thing with Neil McCoy, and some documentaries and stuff for PBS, and that's about it. Now I did a reality series too. You may have heard that police chase thing
Yep.
I did. Yeah. High-speed police pursuits. It was great fun, you know. So we got all this dash cam stuff, you know. And I'd just sit in an edit bay, and I'd see all these, and I'd piece it together, and I'd do the voiceover stuff too, you know. And the voiceover stuff was like, you'd see the cops are chasing these kids in a car, and they'd spin out, and bang, they'd hit a tree. And then I'd rewind, and I'd go, "Let's see that again." And slow motion, you'd see, you know, you have to fill the time. So that was fun, you know. Yeah.
And you still conduct your father's
I
band.
still conduct the band, yeah, I do that, and living in Branson, Missouri, did a show there for 4 years, and then went back on the road, you know.
Do you still do that radio show?
No, I actually took a break from the music of your life. I did that for, my gosh, almost 20 years. You know, I needed a life, you know. Yeah. That's it.
So I'm thrilled 20 years later to see Les Brown Jr.
And I
again.
am too, man. You know, because we communicate. I check him out on Facebook all the time, and I know what's going on in Messina, and I didn't even know it.
Small world.
Yeah, it is.
So I guess that's cut.
Welcome to Messina. All right,
Thanks, John.
thank you.
Good to see
Thanks.
you.
Hands
Yeah.
are a
That's all right. Mine are too.
little sweaty.
All right, guys, nice shot.